Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. And tonight, our matchup, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Dallas Mavericks at the American Airlines Center. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for Dyson Daniels.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Daniels out there with Trae Young. Then there's Reza Shea. Then it's Okongwu. And Gay is in at the power forward. Okongwu with a screen on Dinwiddie. Two open that time. Made it look too easy. So, Greg, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
Here's Reza Shea. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up that last basket. Young with no one around. Offline with his three. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. Pass to Okongwu. Shot clock at 6. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
First one falls for him. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Here's Thompson. It's in there. Davis with the assist.
Just such a confident scorer, seeing Clay get into these areas on the floor and still being effective. Got to appreciate that part of his game.
Pass to Daniel. Young outside. There's the triple. Drills the three-pointer.
And that's where Young is just so comfortable. He lives well beyond the three-point line.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Jason Kidd and I talked a few minutes ago. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and Coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Not a consistent three-point shooter, but Dinwiddie can get hot, so you can't just let him fire at will.
Pass to Gay. Here's Reza Shea. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's Thompson off the drive. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. This is his first trip to the line tonight. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
And I think just everyone around basketball wanting to get Klay Thompson back to 100% health. I mean, this guy is a force and a lights-out scorer from all areas on the floor.
And so Thompson nails both. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
games until the start of the playoffs. Let's see how the West will be won. You look at Dallas, winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot.
And, you know, for the Mavericks, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of that? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
Here's Young, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Right wing. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And that one's good. Ricochet.
And we're going to see a lot of that in the coming years. Ricochet with great range.
Left side, Davis. Dallas moving the ball around. Young against Dinwiddie. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league in scoring points off turnovers. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
You know, when you make a mistake against this team, they make you pay. I mean, because they convert those turnovers into fast break points, and that really can be demoralizing.
No good on the quick 3. Atlanta's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Okongwu with the screen for Young. Here's Ricochet. No good on the 3. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 1. Over in the corner, Marshall. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Okongwu against Lively. The shot by Okongwu, no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Davis setting the pick for Dinwiddie. Buries it from 3-point range. Dinwiddie's got 8. The Hawks trail by 4. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Dallas. Christie comes in for Klay Thompson.
Substitution for your match. Daniel Gafford.
Here's Gay. He's guarded by Davis. Pass to Young. 5 to shoot. Okongwu with the screen. Good. Another from 3.
And that last 3 now ties him for the franchise record for most in a season. You know he's looking for that next one.
You talk about being locked in all year long. Next one sets the franchise record. What a season it's been for him. And so it's Atlanta with it, following the score by Dallas. Pass to Gay. Fires the 3, and again for 3.
And he shattered the franchise single season high for 3-pointers made.
Getting them up and connecting with high volume. He's been a flamethrower all season long. Gafford sets the pick for Marshall. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Trae Young.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Here's Barlow. Here's Krejci. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Pass to Marshall. Here's Christie. Davis with it. 3-pointer. Gafford kicks to Marshall. And he's good on the 3 ball. Marshall's got 7 points.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now, man, And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
And a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. He's been dominant over the last month, averaging about 27 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
And we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Martin's checked in for Davis, and it's Hardy in for Dinwiddie. Niang hits them both. Dallas leading by 3. It's tipped. LeVert with it. Still without a basket. Krejci passes to LeVert. Here's Barlow, covered by Gafford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Gafford. And it's Hardy with the jam.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. LeVert. That one falls.
Due to that aggressive style of play on the offensive end, LeVert is kind of just used to contact at this point.
Now, here's Hardy. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. It's blocked. Man up top, covered by Gafford. Man passes to Krejci. Now, Niang. A 3 ball. And the rebound goes to Martin. Mavericks leading by 3. Christie the pass to Gafford. Now, here's Marshall. Tight defense on him. Screen by Gafford. And that one's good. Hardy's got 5.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And that one misses. Jones checked in for the Mavericks. And he sinks the second. Dallas leading by 5. Hardy passes to Christie. They set the pick. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Here's Man, defended by Christie. 4 on the clock. LeVert inside the line. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Dallas has gone 4 of 8 on their 3-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. Jones with the screen on LeVert. They grab their own miss. And then Jones with the jam.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Here's Man. From the low block, it's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Down low, lets it fly, and it's in there. Now it's a 7-point Dallas lead.
Man, appreciate Gafford's ability to muscle through the defense.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Screen by Niang. 3-pointer, LeVert, and Jones pulls it down. Here's the lob to the hoop. Here's Krejci. Shoots the 3, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. We come back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
Here's Young. His last outing with 20 points. This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. They've got Rizachet. Young is out there with Daniels. Then it's Okongwu, and Gay is in at the 4.
And this kid, Rizachet, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
Brent, one thing we've seen these days, three-point variance. Can you explain it?
Well, Kevin, who's hot and who's not? That's basically what it comes down to. Look, coaches are going to have strategies against teams. A lot of teams are taking a lot more threes, but on a night where they are knocking down shots that you're willing to live with, that's when you just tip the cap, take the loss, and move on.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Hawks trail by 7. Young outside. Pass to Gay. And here's Daniels. Scoreless thus far. Okongwu.
The length of Gafford, a difference maker defensively here.
And they continue to control the glass.
And Marshall kicks to Gafford. Dinwiddie outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Dallas, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. And the first one drops.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Pass to Rizachet. From past the arc. Dinwiddie with the rebound. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Mavericks. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9.
Well-timed pass and strong finish from Gafford.
Now, here is Young. 11 points in the game. Fires for 3. Drills it from outside. Young's got 14.
Oh, terrific move there. I think he may need to check those ankles. He's just left the defender on the ground.
Unbelievable handles. He's got more handles than a 6-door limousine. Quickness, body control, all of that on display.
Just 5 to shoot. On its way from Dinwiddie for 2. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And it's so nice to see Dinwiddie in a scoring groove like this. He's making an important contribution on offense.
Now, here's Okongwu. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Trae Young.
And with the rise in his true shooting percentage these past 10 games, it's clear that he is feeling very good about the state of his game. We'll see if he has another steady performance in him here tonight.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Okongwu with a screen on Dinwiddie. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Gay. Okongwu a screen. Now Reza Shea. He's got 5. Shot clock at 3. Daniels from outside. And there's the drive. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
It's good. Nice touch there from Okongwu.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
And Reza Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
A different look for Dallas. Martin's checked in for Davis. And it's Klay Thompson in for Christie. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Krejci's checked in. Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 14. Thompson outside. Pass to Gafford. Over Okongwu. Dallas no good that time either. The Hawks trail by 12. Young left side. It's stolen by Martin. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. Number 5, the Hawks.
You know what? Sometimes their missed shots are their best offense. I mean, they attack the glass relentlessly, and those extra possessions can determine the outcome on a lot of nights.
And he makes the first.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. So, Greg, you played the point. In Create a Player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Daniels, no good. Looking at Dallas, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Brooklyn Nets. Marshall passes to Thompson. Rebound by the Hawks. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Reza Shea with it. 9 points last game out. 5 on the clock. Going inside. Pass to Okongwu. And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
When Martin puts the ball in his teammates' hands, good things happen.
George Niang, he's checked in for Atlanta. Karis LeVert comes in for Reza Shea. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Dallas?
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
The tally on the offensive rebounds right now has been really impressive. They've just been in the right spot at the right time and getting those putbacks.
Daniels passes to Young. Pass to Niang. LeVert with it. On the wing, Daniels. He's covered by Thompson. And that one's good. Daniels.
Now look at the focus from Daniels, taking that opportunity very seriously.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardy's checked in. Now here is Martin. 17 points in his last outing. Inside, Klay Thompson.
Capable of more than just 3 balls as Klay gets to the interior that time.
Young outside. Screen by Niang. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Young.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Now here's Hardy. He has 5. And here's Marshall from the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Marshall's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
It's good. And the Mavericks lead by 17.
Working in close to the rim, Martin knows how to finish strong.
Pass to LeVert. Screen by Niang. And it's Karis LeVert with the 3. LeVert's got 7 points in the game.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3 ball here in the second quarter.
Okongwu with it, picked up by Thompson. Okongwu with a screen on Thompson. Here's LeVert, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
What a great touch on that shot from LeVert. Even the foul can interrupt the rhythm of his mechanics.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the Mavericks with some changes. Derek Lively comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Christie subbed in for Thompson. Then for the Hawks, Arlo's checked in. Mann subbed in for Dyson Daniels. Mavericks leading by 14. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, this summer we saw the NBA break up its draft into 2 days. The next idea, a bigger break between the draft and the start of free agency. The common thread is giving front offices more time to strategize around these highly consequential decision periods, the NBA calendar. Kevin?
Interesting, DA. Thank you. And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Dallas has gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3 ball well. Marshall dishes to Martin. That ball. Great assist by Marshall. Marshall's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Krejci passes to LeVert. Hawks passing it around. Here's Niang. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Now here's Hardy. Pass to Christie. Now Lively. In the corner, it's Martin. Again, the Mavericks score.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Poke loose, and so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
And let's take a look now at LeVert's numbers.
He's really producing here second half of the season. Averaging about 15 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's a nice scoring threat in their second unit, a guy who provides instant offense.
And he has really settled into this role. For some guys, maybe him, they'd rather come off the bench and do their damage.
Niang passes to Mann. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Marshall driving to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Karis LeVert. He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
Marshall, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Marshall hits them both. We've got 1:28 left in the second quarter. Here's Krejci. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Barlow. Lively defending. Just 2 to shoot. And the basket by Krejci.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Thompson outside. Pass to Lively. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Mavericks lead by 19.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Now here's LeVert. 11-point game his last outing. Davis looking for an opening. Dinwiddie outside. LeVert against Davis. Here we go. And it's Davis finishing it off.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. With Quinn Snyder, Coach, they came at you offensively. So what has to change for you defensively?
Well, a lot, obviously, with everybody on the floor. You know, they're capable of doing this, but we're not. It's just too easy.
Got to tighten things up as we go along. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Hey, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the pick.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Dallas Mavericks.
I think they've been smart in their approach, guys. I mean, finding ways to set up ready shooters. And if you don't have it, just make the extra pass.
And more often than not, the right guys are getting fed.
And now, as the regular season marches on, here's how things look in the West as we near the final stretch.
When I look at Dallas, they're right around where we expected them to be at this point. Nothing to be ashamed of. They've had some great wins. And now they know exactly what they need to work on to become contenders next year.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. The Hawks trail by 21. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Klay Thompson. And there's Davis. Then it's Derek Lively. And it's Marshall in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Here's Gay. Puts up a deep three. The Mavericks pull it in. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Gay with the rebound. The Hawks shooting 40% from the field. Young taking his time here. From the arc. Rebound by Marshall. Marshall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The 3. Rebound Atlanta. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Now, Reza Shea, who's got 5. It's good from long range. Reza Shea has got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Hawks. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and finished off by Lively.
And with the ability to make clean, crisp passes, Dinwiddie makes those around him better.
Pass to Daniel. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Lively's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Okongwu with a screen on Dinwiddie. Pass to Gay. Here is Daniels. He's covered by Thompson.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Very steady from the mid-range. Davis more than capable after he faces up.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Spencer Dinwiddie. This last month, he's been positively spectacular, and he's in the top 5 in assists per game as well. He sees the floor and makes the game easier for his teammates.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. Outside, Davis. Pass to Marshall. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Pulls up. Again, the Mavericks score.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Okongwu with the screen for Rizachet. The kick out to Young. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Young's shot is off.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Marshall can't hit.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And here is Okongwu. He has 6. And Thompson sends it back.
Clay showing some signs that time of that prime-time defense he can bring.
And the Hawks making a change here. LeVert's checked in. Okongwu kicks to LeVert. Hits the 3-point bomb. LeVert's got 13.
Horrible collapse there, guys. There is simply no excuse to give up a wide-open three-pointer off of the dead ball inbound play.
Here's Thompson. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Superb job by Clay to draw the contact for the N1 opportunity. Great focus on the play.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
And there's been another bonus to what's happened with them tonight, and that's the offensive rebounding. They're boxing out, they're getting up extra shots. That could be a difference maker in the result.
Young pass to Niang. Screen by Young. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. This is a look at the NBA's assist leaders over the last 10 games. Man, can these guys pass the ball? Second is Spencer Dinwiddie.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Mavericks leading by 22. Pass to Lively. And Davis wide open. He shoots. Drops in the tray. He's got 11.
You can see the work Davis has put in to make sure that that 3-ball continues to be a part of his game.
Okongwu kicks to Daniels. Niang, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Marshall dishes to Davis. Pass to Marshall. Davis with it. And they double up Davis. Just 4 to shoot. Dinwiddie for 3. LeVert grabs the miss. Atlanta's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from 3-point land in the second half. Now Okongwu back to LeVert. A 3. Atlanta again missing. Davis kicks to Dinwiddie. Here's Thompson. Rebound Atlanta.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Okongwu. Screen by Niang. A nice shot by Young.
Well, if he's hitting shots from there, he becomes so much more dangerous.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Martin's checked in for Derek Leifel.
Let's hear it. Give it up for yourselves. Now into the lineup for your Mavericks. Number 16, Caleb.
Outside, Martin. Thompson outside. High post, Davis. Over Okongwu. Davis with the bucket. Davis has got 9 points now in just the second half.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Screen by Niang. And Young kicks to Niang. 2 points. That one goes. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Lays it up off the glass. Dinwiddie's got 18 points.
And in tight, Dinwiddie's got a good sense of how to be effective. Whether it's with the power or finesse, he can find a way to beat his man.
Niang, no good.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Buries the long-range jumper. Thompson's got 6 in the quarter.
Trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
Niang, that's good.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
It's stolen by Davis. Dinwiddie outside. From the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Dinwiddie's got 21.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Dallas has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3.
All the officials are all over that one.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
That free throw, no good. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Dallas. Hardy comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Mann's checked in for Daniels. And the second free throw, good. Here's Young. He's got 22. Shot from the top of the key, and Lively pulls it down. Lively's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Hardy. And here's Davis for 3. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
Young finds LeVert. Nice shot from the wing. And that's 15 points for Caris LeVert.
And no question, Trae Young is a very special passer and playmaker on the floor.
Thompson for the triple. The rebound by Niang. And for the Hawks, they're shooting around 41% on the night. LeVert with it. 15 points in the game. Good on the bucket. LeVert's got 17.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Outside, Davis. Lively high post. Clock at 6. And finished off by Anthony Davis.
Is Davis competing in the All-Star Slam Dunk contest? I give him a 48.
Young pass to Niang. for three. A three-pointer is right on target. 10 points for him.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
And let's see some of the numbers here for Okongwu.
A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. And he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And as you said, one of the league's top 3 rebounders. He has an instinct for how the shot's going to come off that rim. That's special. And the want-to corral it. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jarek Lively. Martin comes in for Marshall. Christie subbed in for Thompson. Now here is Martin. He has 6. When you think of Caleb Martin, Brent, what comes first to your mind?
I think energy, Kevin, for me. I mean, Caleb is always out on the floor on both ends, just putting pressure, whether he's running in transition, attacking the basket, spotting up and finding space in the half court. The guy plays with a ton of confidence and wants to contribute.
And he can't get the first one.
Caleb Martin is a classic high-effort player, using that athleticism to blast through defenses and taking that first step with no hesitation.
He hits the second from the line. 51 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Young passes to Mann. Back to Young. On the wing, Mann. Screened by Niang. Just 5 on the clock. A floater. Got a hand on it. Floats it up for Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Great work by the team there to find AD. They make eye contact, and the rest of that is history.
Young outside. Pass to Niang. Now, here's Okongwu. And the rejection by Gafford. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Terrence Mann is out there with Okongwu. Then it's Trae Young. Then there's Ricochet. And it's Daniels in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Young. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up that last basket. The Hawks working the ball around. Pass to Mann. Young outside. Okongwu with a screen on Dinwiddie. Young's shot is off.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Thompson with it. Here's Christie. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Hawks shooting around 40% from the floor here. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Like to see that from Trae, directing traffic, getting a good result there on the pick and roll.
Davis setting the pick for Martin. Up and in on the way.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
On the wing, Daniels. He's covered by Thompson. Pass to Young. From downtown. Cans it from downtown. Young's got 25 points in the game.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Dinwiddie against Young, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Tremendous scoring output here from AD. I love this aggressive mindset.
Pass to Shea. In the NBA, helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
That free throw missing.
At the wing position, Shea has pretty much everything you're looking for, right? Length, mobility, three-point shooting, and add to that, he has a great feel for the game.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Marshall's checked in. Atlanta also making some changes here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. George Niang comes in for Young, and it's LeVert in for Daniels. Now here's Dinwiddie. Outside, Martin. Pass to Thompson. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Daniels comes in for George Niang. Young is subbed in for Shea. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Pass to LeVert. And you think about rookies coming into the NBA, it seems, Brent, that veterans are a little bit easier on the rookies now than they were in the past.
I think we romanticize, Kevin, a lot of those stories that we heard from the old days about veteran players giving it to the younger players. And certainly that's going to happen, especially at the beginning of the season. But these guys have known each other for a long time, and these friendships and bonds have started from years ago. So a little bit less and less. It's still fun to poke at the rookies, just a little bit. Looking confident inside at 6'7", Daniels has the height to feel comfortable down low.
Dinwiddie passes to Martin. Here's Christie. Out to Thompson. Dallas moving it around. Back to Martin. 6 on the shot clock. Marshall gets the bucket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And so LeVert will bring it up for Atlanta. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And the rebound goes to Martin.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Now, here's Marshall. Martin's in the post. Okongwu on him. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. Well, the most important event of the NBA calendar might be in June. And it's not the finals, but rather for so many teams, Brent, the NBA draft.
Well, Kevin, it's a chance for you to set the table for your franchise. What do you want to have for next year? What do you want to have 5 years from now? And so all the work that goes in the scouting, the intel work to build up a team where you are making the steps and taking strides to become a championship caliber team, that stuff starts at the NBA draft.
And so Martin nails both of them.
Even though he's undrafted, Martin has found a scoring role at this level, and he has the length to defend multiple positions. What a find.
Man with it, covered by Martin. And Young kicks to Daniels. And it's good off the back rim and in. Daniels has got 4 points in the quarter.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And how about the awareness of Dinwiddie? Excellent job spotting the open teammate there.
Here's Young after the made shot from Klay Thompson. The shot. Christie with the rebound.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Now here is Martin. Martin with a screen on LeVert. Marshall can't hit. Now here is Young. Pass to Okongwu. Now LeVert, 13 feet away. It's rebounded by Dallas. Christie's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here now is Dinwiddie. Martin dishes to Marshall. Christie with the screen on Okongwu. And stolen by Okongwu. Here's Mann, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
He made a great decision there to push the basketball on. Excellent teamwork.
A trend in the NBA, and one, Brent, that I like, new downtown arenas. They seem to be everywhere.
Well, Kevin, it's because you love to eat so much, and the restaurants are nearby, so walking distance helps. But yeah, it invigorates the city. You have people clamoring to get to the arena, to get out of the offices early, and it really brings the community together. So you love to see that kind of energy and buzz around any NBA stadium.
Stolen away. Dinwiddie against Young. Now, Mann. Okongwu a screen. 6 to shoot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul. 4th team foul. Onyeka Okongwu. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Atlanta making some changes. Krejci's checked in, and Daniels subbed in for Terrence Mann. Both good from the line that time. Brent is a guy who has played with winning teams, been in terrific cultures, and currently in one with the Spurs. What do you think is more important, team culture or raw talent?
Well, I believe in the culture carrying teams to a championship, but you can't do that without talent. So it's got to be a blend of both, Kevin, in order for your team to perform at its highest level. Culture comes first.
Daniels, no good. Dallas has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Marshall deciding where to go with it. 3-pointer, good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
And here's Young to the inside. Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Pass to Marshall. That's tipped. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Davis is checked in for Dallas.
For your Mavericks, number 3, Anthony Davis.
Dallas moving it around. Shot clock at 6. For 3, Marshall. Another 3 for Dallas.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Pass to Rizichet. Daniels kicks to Young. It's Okongwu, high post. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 5 assists tonight.
Now he's put on a shooting display here in the second half. He really seems to be in a great... Okay. Great little stuff there from Davis to finish things off.
Young outside. We've heard players and coaches complain, Brent, that the rules are too skewed in favor of the offense. You think that's true?
Well, Kevin, offense sells, and the fact that we've talked about how the league has increased pace, you don't really even have time to play defense in today's game. The one thing that I do like is that the league has allowed for some variance and some zone defense to start to be employed. So tactically, coaches are trying to throw different strategies out there, but man to man, it's hard.
Young against Dinwiddie. Offensive rebound. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. To the middle, here's Davis. The shot from the low post is good. That's now 26 points for Anthony Davis.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Dallas.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Davis.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
And so he makes both from the line. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Najee Marshall. Third personal foul. Team is in the penalty. Deep Krejci. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second.
Not a perfect trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point.
Dinwiddie passes to Marshall. Thompson looking for an opening. Davis, that's for 2. Rebound by the Hawks. We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Okongwu with a screen on Dinwiddie. A nice shot by Young.
Great to watch Trae Young set plays up on a nightly basis.
Dinwiddie passes to Thompson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
At the line for Dallas, Klay Thompson taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Thompson. And so Thompson nails both of them. Rizachet with it. Young outside. From outside the arc. Doesn't go that time. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.